called sales blitzes, where the super crew descend on a town and they sell to the town. You know, as a group, they learn from each other, help the community by getting better processing through Payrock. And one time, from when Rich traveled from home to the event, he closed 5 deals on a road trip. That's 5 one-stop closes along the way. Just, you know, a couple 100-mile road trip. And I heard that one time he broke 605 merchant deals in 1 year. 605, if you can think that that's possible, this is the man to do it. It's amazing to have him here, so please listen up. We're so excited to have you, Rich. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Great to be here. This is actually, I was telling a bunch of our team members, this is kind of like what a sales blitz is really like. How many of you from our team have been on a sales blitz before? And we do this. We're going to do one in early February. We're going to Mobile, Alabama, and we take typically about 35, maybe, we're going to have 40, I think 40, 42 people, lots of new people, and we meet at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we do something like this. We get into a meeting room, motivational meeting, sales training, and what do we do after that? We go out and sell. We pair up new representatives with some of the pros. We have a Q&A at the end of the day. We have a big dinner. Everybody's in bed by 9 o'clock, so it's a little bit different. It's not the Payrock drinking parties afterwards, which we like to do here. We're going to get a chance to do that. And I wanted to point something out. You see at the bottom there? I need your help with this one. Has much nicer shirts than Brian Campstra. So that's one of my things I'm proud of. So since we're all salespeople here in the room, I'm going to ask you guys to work with me on this. So when you see Brian tonight, you're going to say, hey man, it's great to see you. Have you seen Rich Norton's shirts? All right, man, he's got great shirts. So if you can kind of work with me, can I count on a few of you to do that? All right, let's do that tonight. All right, today, I'm excited to be here. It's amazing that I have been in the industry 25 years in this industry. And when I'm sitting in that room, when I first came in, our summits were, okay, we have the Nurit 2085 Plus, that's our product, that's it. Thanks for coming, see you at the bar. And that was pretty much the summit. Now it's like, EFC did this, I'm like, woo, woo. And it's like a lot of stuff, so it's a lot of stuff to learn, and it's great. And I love it when people come to these summits and they say, man, they got that new product, they got this new service coming out, they got this coming out, and that's going to change my life. That's going to be the difference maker. And I promise you, all that stuff is great. But the bottom line is, we have to learn how to sell that. Amen? That's what we have to do. So we're going to focus on that today. How to write 10 plus merchants within a month. That's easy right there, because I looked at that, and my typical, I'm not bragging, I stay humble, I average 20 to 25 a month. That's my goal. Each month, 300 a year, that's my goal. And I do that with running the team, running the crew. I'm going to continue doing that. So we're going to teach you how to do that. Okay, the first step, lots of stuff we're going to be covering here today. But if you were to learn, because this business right here can teach you how to be a millionaire. You guys agree with that? Or a multi-millionaire. Now, if someone was to stand in front of you for a couple hours, a couple people, and share this amazing opportunities, all these sales training tips, would that be worth paying a certain amount of money? How many of you would pay something like that? Great. All right, I ask you that because there'll be $2,500 coming out of your residuals. Right? We do this, and I'll tell you guys this, that I have a passion, I really do, to teach salespeople. I love what I do. This business has blessed me, and I know some of you, how many of you in this room are pretty new, fairly first year maybe, okay? I know what it's like first year in the business, because a lot of times you look at these people speaking and you say, man, I'd love to be like that, man. I'd love to be in that position. But honestly, my first sales blitz, I couldn't afford to go to my not sales blitz, my first sales summit. I really couldn't afford to go. I was broke. But it was, for me, a second chance in life. And this business allowed me to do some amazing things. And I said, I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity. I'm not looking back. I'm going to go out and make it happen, and I'm going to go out and accomplish something great in this industry. And I'm telling you, this business is as big as you want it to be. It's incredible. And I celebrate when someone comes up to me and says, Rich, you told me that I would get to $25,000 a month in residuals. Guess what? I'm there. Thank you. Rich, you told me I'd get to $50,000 a month in residuals. Guess what? I'm there. Rich, you told me I would get to $100,000 a month in residuals. Guess what? I'm there. Now you say, Rich, you're talking a lot about money. You know, money's not everything. You ever hear people say that? Who says that? Well, people that are broke. Okay, so how the heck do they know? Okay, so I've been broke and I have money. I kind of like having money. And by the way, it's the love of money that is the root of all evil. So and I'll preach a little bit to you. If you're worshiping money, then you're doing it wrong. Okay, this business will allow you, whether you realize it or not, to change your life, to change your children's life, to change I have grandkids now, to change your grandchildren's, generations upon generations. So it's a great opportunity. So whether you're brand new or whether you've been here for many, many years, 25 years for me, welcome to the greatest opportunity. I want to say to you that today is the beginning of the rest of your amazing life. Do you believe that today? Today is the beginning of the rest of your amazing life. So the first step that we're going to cover with you guys today is, and we're going to cover a lot. We're going to talk about cold calling. How many of you need work on cold calling? In-person cold calling. How many of you does that scare the crap out of you? In-person cold calling. We're going to teach you all about that. We're going to teach you about one call closes. Does anybody need help in that area? How about handling objections? There's another one. Using the phone. We're going to be covering that. We have the blessing of having Charles Wright. He's going to be covering some topics with us. Brian Ehrlich, who's our #1 revenue producer, he's going to be covering some great topics with you as well. We're going to get into like becoming more organized, how to build rapport, and then we're going to have 3 powerful testimonies. And guess what? We got to do this in 2 hours. We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. So take notes and let's get plugged in. Let's buckle up our seatbelts because we're going to walk out of here. We're not going to any dinners tonight. We're going to go out and sell tonight. We're on a sales blitz. We're going to go out and make it happen. So the first step, and this sounds cliche, but you have, how do you write 10 plus per month? The first step is you have to believe that you can do that. When you think about, I equate what we do a lot to sports. At the end of the year, at the end of the season, and they have the Super Bowl champions come up and they ask them, did you think you were going to win the game? They're like, no. I mean, of course we did. Yeah, well, of course we did. We started at training, and our goal was to win the Super Bowl. We believed. So first step for you is you have to believe, but you have to challenge your limited beliefs. That's important because sometimes we have a getting by mentality. Has anybody ever been in that space before where, man, if I write 4 this month, I got my bills paid. Isn't that great? That's my goal. But guess what? If you don't get that goal, you're going to write 2, maybe 1. So sometimes we have limited beliefs and we don't believe that we can write 10 per month. So we're going to show you that today. You have to set clear goals and then you break them down into small daily goals. And here's what I want you guys to start doing. By the way, we're going to have awards tonight, I believe. Is it tonight? There's going to be some award winners, some that are in the room right here. I want you guys to visualize yourself having great success. I want you to visualize in this room right here, we're going to have the next rookie of the year. Next year, we're going to have the top salesperson, trip winners. So visualize yourself having these accomplishments in your life. And then, I have a question. How do you talk to yourself? What is your talk like? I'm not really good at sales. I'm not good at cold calling. I suck at closing, right? When you start saying these things, you are kind of creating a prophecy of what's going to happen. So your positive self-talk should be, when you get up in the morning, and I'm crazy, my kids laugh at me, I look in the mirror and I said, you're gonna have an awesome day today. You're amazing, you're fantastic, today is your day. Today is going to be a super fantastic, dynamite, exciting day, and I feel great, and I am great. That's what we do when we go on these sales blitzes. So imagine, and sometimes we get up so early, we should get up early all the time, you wake up your family, so don't say it too loud, but start your day with good, positive self-talk. Here's another one. Surround yourself with positive influences. You are who you hang with. Has anybody ever heard that before? What is your circle? If you're the smartest person in your circle, you are in the wrong circle. Remember that. So start looking for mentors. Start looking for people that are going to encourage you, build you up, get you positive. Don't listen to the naysayers. There's negative people everywhere, and there could be even here. You know, hey, can I talk to you for a little bit? Right? Be careful. Be aware of those people. Don't be around negative people. Surround yourself with positive influences. Learn from your setbacks. In this business, you will have trouble. In this business, you will have deals go down. In this business, you will get frustrated. But you know what you do? You can cry about it, whine about it, or you can learn from those failures. That's all part of believing, whether we realize that or not. And also, celebrate your achievements. If you went out and wrote a deal, great, celebrate that. Go get another one. Feel good about yourself. And then here's a good one. Good self-care. What's your daily routine like? This really comes down to whether you realize this or not. I can talk about sales all day long, but what's your daily routine like? And I want you to visualize this. If you were to go out and invest in $1 million horse, and this $1 million horse is going to make you, racehorse is going to make you millions of dollars. What would you do with that horse? Would you give that horse Doritos and popcorns and drink beer, give him a 12-pack of beer, order him a pizza, make sure he stays up all night long and parties and never sleeps? Would you do that? Of course you would. But sometimes, and I found this later in life, I partied with the best of them. Sometimes we do that to ourselves. It's like, I want to be a top performer, but my daily routine is not showing that. A lot of times people will come up to me and say, Rich, I want to be like you. I want to be what you're doing. I want to see what you're doing. And the first question I ask them is, tell me about your morning routine. What do you do when you wake up in the morning? Well, I get up at whenever, sometimes this time, sometimes that time. Wake up early. And I'll say this to you guys, winners rise early. So take good care of yourself. The older I've gotten, the better I understand that. The more important that I understand that. Number 2, commit to a success plan. After you believe, you commit to a success plan. A top performer's plan. Here's for you guys, let's get into sales a little bit. For you cold callers, because we're going to teach you about cold calling. Do not fly by the seat of your pants. You should know exactly where you're going every single day. I have a daily planner. I'm old school, got it all written down. I know the night before what clothes I'm going to wear. I got my lunch packed. I got everything ready to go. I got my whole week planned out. So I'm not, and guess what? I sleep good at night. I'm not worried about where am I going? What do I got going on? I'm stressing out. I got what time? I'm not worried about that. I have the success plan. It's all planned out for the week, planning it out for the month. Create a positive, successful sales plan and know where you're going, and then write it out. Commit to this success plan. Make a list of everything you need to do, and then schedule everything with a comprehensive plan. And then number 3, when it comes to that, is take action now. You have to have what I call TNT. That's called today, not tomorrow. Do not procrastinate. Don't be with the nitwit program. That's called the not into whatever it takes, right? Get with the WIT program. So It has nothing to do with your feelings. I work out every single day. Most of the time, I don't want to, right? You get up in the morning, it's like, hey, it's so much easier just kind of lay around, but you do it whether you want to do it or not. And it's the same thing in our business. When you make a commitment that I'm going to wake up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, whatever you need to do, winners rise early, and there'll be times where you don't feel like that. But guess what? You do it anyway and let your feelings catch up with you. So that's important. No procrastination. Start today. There's a lot of new representatives that come in, and we talk about this a lot, and how many of you have said this or even heard this, that I'm not gonna get out there in the field until I know everything. Has anybody ever heard that before? Well, guess what? I've been doing this 25 years. I sat in that meeting room, you know what I said? I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I need to learn this stuff because this business is going to pass me up. So no matter what level that you reach, you keep growing, but you get out there in the field and you keep on doing it. No matter what, that's the best way to learn. Start today, be consistent, be persistent, stay focused, and never, ever give up. So those of you, I'm speaking to you that are new coming into the business or re-coming into the business, your first year is going to be your most challenging. And you're going to get the people that you are the closest to will probably not be the most encouraging. And a lot of times that's your family. They're going to say, you know what? You got to get a real job, brother or sister. It ain't happening for you. You're going to hear that, right? But you can't listen to that. You got to say, watch me. I'm going to go out and make it happen. I'm going to go out and make it happen. And you're going to have one part where there'll be crossroads where you can say, I'm either going that way and giving up, or I'm going to keep marching forward. No matter what, you never, ever give up. I promise you this, if you have that mentality that I'm never giving up, I'm never giving up, I'm keep marching forward, I keep going, I keep getting better, and I have a philosophy that if you do that, it keeps getting better. And that's how this business is. But you have to have that mentality of never, ever giving up. So this is your time, and it's incredible. You guys received that today. That's what it's going to take in order to get 10 plus merchants per month. How many of you believe that you could do that? And how many of you are ready to do that? Raise your hands if you're ready to do that. And all right, let's start. I might move it up to 3,000. So we're going to start out. Here's the exciting part of this business. There's so many different ways to do this business. I've talked with a lot of you, and I hope that if I haven't had a chance to talk with you, please come and meet me. I want to meet everybody. I want to encourage you. You can encourage me. But I talk to so many different people and all the different styles of the way they do their business. I look at Brian Ehrlich. He and I are opposite in the way we do our business. I'm amazed at the way he does his business. You'll hear all about it. Me, I came into the industry, I'm a door-to-door encyclopedia salesman. You know, that's my first job. 18 years old, answered an ad in the paper. It said, have fun, make money, travel the world. And I went home and I said, Dad, I got a job. What kind of job? I'm selling encyclopedias door-to-door based on commission. He goes, what? That was my first job, and I did that for 19 years. So I took that, and I know all about rejection. I took that, and I brought that into this business right here. So for me, I'm the mad cold caller. Do you get rejection? Yes. Right? People think, wow, Rich Norton writes all these deals. When he comes in, they roll out the red carpet and say, hey, Rich Norton's here. Yay, where do we sign? That's not the way it goes. Right? It would be great. I've had some like that, but it's not the way it goes. We get rejection. We've got to go out there and make the call. So I'm going to share with you about cold calling, how to be a master cold caller. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Come on. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I want to make sure we're serious about this. All right. How to be a master cold caller. It all begins with having a true mindset. The proper mindset is the key. And we're going to talk about that. I don't want you from this day forward to be the typical merchant service representative. You know what that is? Hey, my name is Joe Schmo from Merchant Services. Can I get a statement? Anybody? If you're doing that, we're changing that today. All right? It's all in your mindset. okay? And that's what's really gonna make the difference. Now, here's the exciting part about cold calling. Once you establish this, think about this. This is what I'm so excited about. You can go anywhere in this entire country and go out and meet people for the very first time and walk out 35, 40 minutes later and walk out with a merchant application written up. That to me amazes me. Now imagine this and picture all of you, every person in this room, as I'm looking around, looking into your eyes, the eyes are the mirror to your soul. You can be that person. You know what? When you accomplish that, you get close to accomplishing that, you, my friends, control your own destiny. That's what we're going to teach you how to do today. Okay? All right, here we go. Proper mindset. What is the proper mindset? It is total confidence. When you walk into a business, you have to be reeking with confidence, even if you don't feel confident. So here's what you should be doing as you're going out into the field. You're driving out to the area. This is what I do. I know exactly where I'm going. I look in my rearview mirror and I say, who are the lucky merchants that get to meet me today? That's your philosophy. Who is going to be blessed by your presence today? That's the way you're thinking. Rather than, oh gosh, I hate cold calling. Oh man, I don't know. I don't want to hit that business. I had a bad experience with that type of business. So we're going to eliminate that. Who's the blessed merchants that get to meet me today? I'm going to go out and have fun. Because we have another slogan, having fun and making money. When you're having fun, you know what happens?
Making money.
When you're making money, guess what?
You're having fun.
If you're not having fun, you ain't making money. So you've got to have that philosophy. So the merchant should be thinking this. When they meet you, they should be thinking that this representative that stopped by my business really loves what they're doing. That's the message that you're conveying. This person believes in what they're doing. This person loves what they're doing, but this person, not only that, they were sincere. They were genuine. They were likable. I really liked hanging out with them. I hope they come back again. I really had a great time. What a great person that person was. That's the message that you're conveying. Are you feeling this right now? So that's what we're going to be doing. You do not want to be a doormat. Do not apologize for being there. Anybody ever done that? People do that. This applies to the phone too, right? Hey, my name is Rich from Payrock. I'm sorry to bother you. Wrong answer. Don't do that. Because you're saying, hey, I'm less than you. My time's not valuable. I would like a minute of your... Get rid of that, right? Your time is just as valuable as theirs, if not more. You guys with me? That's the way you're thinking, right? Hey, I know you're busy. Hey, is the owner here? I'm here to see the owner. You know, forget all that, okay? Get rid of all that right now, okay? So don't be a doormat. What lucky person gets to meet me? And then find a script on what to say. You might say, what do I say when I walk into the business? I can teach you mine. And it's pretty much the same every single time. I know there's a lot of different ones, but it's important that you walk in. Like when I walk into a business for the very first time, I'm not bringing anything in. I'm selling me. Got it? The people are buying me. Well, how do I get the people to buy me? Think about that. And you can write some things down as you're thinking about that. What are some attributes that I need in order for people to like me? Think about that. Good eye contact, is that important? So if you're walking into the business and you're shifty-eyed, you're not building trust at all. It's like, hey, my name's Rich, I'm out here helping people today. You know, you're not gonna build any, you gotta look the people right in their eyes, eye contact. You have to be sincere. You have to be genuine, firm handshake, enthusiastic. Good voice inflection. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So all these things make a difference, and then smile. You should be recording yourself. You'd be amazed what you hear. Get rid of filler words. Anybody know what that is? Hey, my name is Rich, okay, oh, yo, that, get rid of all that. Get the script down, practice it, and go over it and over it and over it. And when you walk in, practice your way. Think about this in sports. What do they do before the big game? Like the Super Bowl will be coming up soon, right? Did they say, hey, Rich, you're not going to walk into the locker room and say, who we playing today? Right? What time's the game start? You're getting prepared. You're practicing. You're rehearsing. You're on the field. Same thing in our business. You do the same exact thing, and then you get out in the field and you're prepared and you're ready. So opener, like I walk in, I like to make the people laugh. I want to drop their defenses, and everybody knows my goofy line. I walk in, it's like, hey, my name's Rich, I'm from the bank, and they told me to give free money to everybody today. And I say that with a smile. That works 98.99% of the time. I've done studies over the years, and that works. I just walk in, I'm a goofball when I walk in. Hey, my name's Rich, I'm out from the bank, they told me to give free money to everybody today. They laugh, and I do it with customers standing there like, oh, I want some. And now I got their attention. And let me go to in my car, I'll get my wheelbarrow, I'll load you guys up. You're connecting with the people. That's what you're doing. This is all part of selling yourself. We talk about find a common bond. Now this is Rich talks about find the moose. You know, you see the moose and get them. People like to talk about themselves. Everybody notice that? Get the people to, where'd you get that trophy right there? Where'd you get, wow, did you earn that? How long have you guys been in business? And then recognize them and appreciate them. Give them a little pat on their back. I'm telling you what, I've been in a lot of businesses like this. You're doing a great job. You really are. And what are they going to say? Thank you. Now there's a fine line there because you do not want to be a professional visitor. You know what that is? Hey, I didn't write anything and made a whole lot of friends. Don't be that person. You know, you've got to be there. You're there for a purpose. So I got their attention, and now I'm going to tell them what I'm doing. Now, if you're noticing, I am building a rapport with this merchant right here. We're connecting right now because the whole program is we're getting people to like us, right? We already found out how they're going to like us because if they like us, they're going to listen to us, and then they're going to begin to trust us. Here's what's amazing about this. It just baffles me that I can walk into a business and 45 minutes later or sooner, they're like, here's my social, here's my bank account, here's my whole life, here's everything, here's where I live, here's everything. I trust you, right? Isn't that amazing? Well, we get to do that. And this is what it takes in order to do that. You've got to get the people to trust you. So like, listen, and trust. So, get a little rapport going. From the bank giving away free money. Actually, and you want to have a title. I use this one. I'm the regional director here. And talk slow. You know, don't give a pitch. Heard it, right? Talk slow. I'm the regional director with Payrock. And I've been helping all the different businesses in the area. So I use that frame right there. I'm helping all the different businesses in the area. All right? I'm the supervisor with Payrock. And I specialize in the payment processing department, or I'm in charge of the payment processing department. You see what I'm doing? I'm not like, hey, I'm from Merchant Services, I'm here to save you money. I'm official. I'm the national director with Payrock. I'm the regional director here locally. I'm helping a bunch of people in the area. I'm in charge of the payment processing division. There's a couple new programs that are out, and we've been helping a ton of people because everybody's been complaining to me like, man, my fees are too high, I got outdated equipment. I just helped a guy, you see the conversation I'm having? I helped a guy down the road, he had that thing on his phone. What is that? Oh, Square, yeah, Square, right. Whatever they have, you're gonna learn peripheral vision when you walk in. How many of you do this? When you look, you're looking around to see what they got. Do we all do that, right? Oh, they got the little Verifone VX520, I'm writing this deal. So I said, right. So I walk in and I said, yeah, I've been helping a bunch of people and I see that right out of my eye right there. I said, yeah, I helped a guy earlier. He had this old silver machine. It was a Verifone VX520. Yeah, he was complaining all about the fees and everything else. We were able to help him get rid of those fees and get rid of that company. Now my conversation. By the way, what are you guys using right now? So I'm not just pitching, we're talking right now. We're developing that rapport, and they're going to say, I think we got that Verifone VX520 as well. Right? I said, oh, okay, well, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody that has that, the good news is we've been able to help them out with this program right here. How long have you had that, by the way? Great. So get them talking, and then find out, another question you can ask, are you absorbing all the fees, or are you passing any of the fees back? get them talking about it. If they say, well, I'll never want to charge, people come, you're going to run across people like that. Now, for some people that only pitch cash discount, that's it. No matter what they say, I'm going to say, well, I'm glad you brought that up. It shows you're intelligent, you care about your customers. You're going to find out at this point what is going to be the best program for them. And now, did you guys hear a little announcement today in the meeting today about something? Did you hear all that?
Yes.
Does that get anybody excited here? I mean, we're all kind of looking around like, really? Is that happening? Yeah. Are we excited about that? Yeah. We can cheer if you're excited about it. So we have that program. So you notice what I'm doing is I'm developing a report, I'm finding out about the merchant. So I talk with them, get them going, talk with them a little bit, and then I make a decision. I'll tell you what, Joe, I got a bunch of people I'm going to be helping out, but let me run out to my car real quick. I'm going to grab my book, and I'll show you exactly how I've been helping people in the area. And they say, go right ahead. Grab the book, now I'm back in, a little bit of small talk. Hey, by the way, how long have you been in business? Where are you from originally? Keep developing that rapport, and then go into the presentation. We could do more about presenting, but that will give you some help there. So go out there and talk with the people and enjoy yourself. So having the proper mindset, listen, ask questions. The best salespeople are the best listeners. The people are buying you. And then you want to be unique, as I talked about. Don't be the typical salesperson. Be different from the typical merchant service representative. Do you see the way that I'm explaining this? A lot different than the typical merchant service rep. Handling objections, we're going to cover that too. A lot of times we get too defensive, like when people give a question. Yeah, we get guys like you all the time. We hear all this all the time. Anybody ever hear that before? Right? We'll cover that too. Here's another thing that will help you. You're on their team. You're working together with them to find out what's going to be the best solution for this typical merchant right here. And as I pointed out, that we have different programs. By finding this information out, you're going to find that what is going to be the best program for this typical merchant right here. And you're developing a report. Now here's the other thing. Number 3, commit to 25 calls per day. That's your commitment. Okay? So when you're driving out to the area, you know exactly where you're going. You got 25 business cards in your pocket. And you're committing to 25 calls per day. You know exactly where you're going. You plan out your week. And here's what you have to remember. Every merchant deserves your very best. Does everybody agree with that? Because you can say, I'm enthusiastic. Hey, my name's Rich, I'm from Payrock, I'm helping a bunch of people. Rejection. Hey, my name's Rich, I've been helping a bunch of people. Rejection. Hey, I've been helping a bunch of people. Then after the 10th, it's like, my name's Rich. I know you're not interested, right? We don't say that, but our attitude can portray that, right? And then all of a sudden, we become a prophet. You know what I mean by that? You start driving by the businesses, and it's like, that ain't a deal. We've done it, right? I've had a bad experience with a dry cleaner before. I'm never going into dry cleaners ever again. That's not a deal right there. Or too many cars in that parking lot right there. I don't want to bother them. Right? We've all did it. Okay, it's confession time. You can confess now, right? We've all done that. Hit every business, and every merchant that you meet deserves your very best, all the way down to the 25th and longer. And trust me, I have days. I've been doing this so long, and it's like last week I was talking to Charles, and I actually, how do you say that word? Blanked. I actually blanked one day, right? And he goes, man, you suck. No, I said, I did. I really did suck today. I went out and talked to like 30 businesses and got 0, nothing. Very rare that happens, but I did. I ended up getting a couple cold calls, I'm following up, but it was just one of those days. But you keep on going, and you don't take that day into the next day. The worst thing you could do is wake up in the morning and say, my goodness, I hope I don't have a day like I had yesterday. Don't take that. Every day is a new start, a fresh start. Make every second count. Here's my saying, time is your capital, Invest it with the right people. The time you waste, here's a good one. You could be with Rich's Auto Repair, and Rich is just being real mean to me, and I'm convinced in my mind I'm writing this deal, I'm gonna cram it down his throat, and I'm pushing, I'm getting frustrated, we're getting frustrated. Meanwhile, the time I'm spending with him stops me being from Brian's accounting service, and Brian's a super nice guy, and he was just talking with his assistant saying, we need to change something here. So I wasted all that time over here, and I could have been over here. I'm still lunchbox rich. I bring my lunchbox in my car. I don't go out to executive lunches. A lot of times people will say to me, hey, Rich, can we meet for lunch sometime? I'm like, no, we can't. If you want to meet me for breakfast at 6 o'clock, I'll meet you, but we ain't meeting for lunch because I'm going to be in the field writing deals. That's what I'm going to be doing. Every second count. You're making every single second count. And then the final thing for cold calling is build a pipeline for that day. Because you're going to find, as you're meeting people, owners are not there, right? You run across, oh, you need to talk to my wife. She handles that. Okay, I'm going to find out. What's your wife's name? Her name's Alice. I'm writing all this down in my book, Alice. What time is Alice going to be in? She's going to be in about 3. You need to come talk with her. Now, I'm Mr. Cool. I'm the busiest guy in the area. Everybody wants to talk to me. They're so lucky they get a chance to talk to me. Everybody wants a piece of me. I have only a certain amount of time. Here's what I say. All right, I'll tell you what. I can't promise you. I got a lot of people I'm helping out. If I have a chance, I'll swing back and I'll try to squeeze you guys in a little bit later. Sounds a lot better than, what time should we be here? Oh yeah, I'll be here, desperate salesman. I'll be here at 3 o'clock. Completely different philosophy, completely different attitude. So set up appointments for that day. I'm looking to close deals on the spot. I'm looking for writing deals. Pick up business cards when you're out there in the field. Today's not a good day. You just are going to get it. Pick up the business card, okay? And Charles is going to talk about using the phone, how you can follow up with that. Same type of approach. Build up that pipeline. I'm writing deals that day, but guess what? Here's what you're going to find out. Here's the exciting part about this, because this is all building momentum. If you make a commitment to talk to 25 businesses a day, and you get really good at this, it's very rare that you have to go out and talk to 25 businesses a day. Does everybody catch that? You follow that? Because what's happening is, you wrote one today, you got 3 set up to go back to tomorrow. You got another couple for later in the week. You're building your pipeline up. That's why it's important not to miss any days. I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. My schedule. Rich Norton wakes up at 3 o'clock in the morning now. I'm in bed by 8. Getting all my motivation done. Go for a walk, work out, play guitar, send out the motivations to the team. Hit the field. I'm out the door by 6:45. Some of this is going to have to be behavior change for all of you. Might have to tell your family, hey, I'm getting up early, I'm changing my life, I'm changing your life, changing our generation's life. We're going to go out and make it happen. You're going to see a new me, and then you go out there until 5 o'clock, 5:30, come back home, have dinner with your family, go to bed at 8 o'clock. I mean, it may take you time to kind of get to this crazy program, but that's what it's going to take to have success. Then you do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, take the weekend off, have an awesome weekend, go right back at it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, do it for a year, do it for 5 years, do it for 10 years, 15 years, and it's amazing how your life will change. That's what this business is all about. And that's cold calling right there. Get referrals, set appointments up for another day, and commit to being, and this is what you have to tell yourself, look in the mirror. Even if at this point before you came in here, you said, I could be talking about cold calling, I hate cold calling. Well, some days you do, but if you get out there and you go out and make it happen, you can control your own destiny. So we're going to be covering a lot, but thank you for allowing me to share about my passion with cold calling. We're just beginning. We're going to have a great time. We really are. I'm promising you, by the time you leave this meeting, you want to go out in the field, because you want to take this stuff and say, yeah, we're going to go out and make it happen. So we're going to go to the next phase, right?
Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
awesome. Thank you, guys. We're just beginning.
Wow, how refreshing, how insightful. I don't think 2,500 or 3,000 would cover even what we've heard today. That is decades of experience going through clearly, the ins and the outs, the ups and the downs, and still being able to motivate us all at the end. So grateful for Rich doing this. Can't wait for more. Like you said, we're just getting started. And next up, we have Brian Ehrlich, who is, as Rich said earlier, one of the top 5 consistently, often #1 volume revenue producers at Payrock. So he is, it's so interesting, like Rich said, different business style, but that might resonate with some of you in a different way. So let's give it up for Brian and give our attention to him. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Everybody give Rich a big hand. I'm laughing right now to myself, and I think it's very funny because we talk about doing things differently. Other than key tenets of what Rich does, I don't do any of that. And I'm also successful at the same time. Now, obviously, keeping a schedule, I wake up at 4 a.m., which he knows I do.